Hey you guys, I just got done polishing my pen. No, really. Look at how shiny it is. Tiger, you got fan art for me? Alright. We'll have a look at that after I do a few clips. Today, we'll actually be finishing the background prep. I kind of planned on starting the in-betweens today, but I want to save that for tomorrow. I don't even know if tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not supposed to stream tomorrow, but I might anyway. You can really expect me to stream on animation on Twitch on Wednesday. Tweeted fan art on Twitter. What fan art? I don't see anything. Did you @tweet me? You can post it in, you can link it in chat if I can't find it. Yeah, I don't see anything of recent. So, I have all the backgrounds that I need to complete out in front of me already. I have, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 backgrounds. 8 backgrounds I need to prep. Then I'll be done with this process. Stream's probably going to be last as long as it takes me to get these clips done, so it might either drag on or it might be really short. Who knows? Probably pretty short. How's life been treating me? Life's been treating me pretty well. Specifically, my meds have been treating me pretty well. The only thing I don't like about my meds still is that they really like kill my appetite in the morning. So it's a struggle to eat something in the morning. Life is grand, yeah, except in Greenland where you're statistically higher chance to kill yourself, right? Hi, Star. Alright, that's that one complete.
Complete.
Hi, Lucario. Has there been some kind of big progression in mental health, taking care of mental health in Greenland, or is it just like decreasing as like an anomaly? Migrating over from Denmark, Norway, and Iceland to help with the crisis. Oh yeah, that would probably help a lot. What Smash Bros. Game is your favorite? I've only owned two. Melee and 64. I don't feel like I can give a good answer on that. And I've never played 4 or Ultimate. Hey, Neon. Hello, Coda. How is Smash Ultimate from like a meta perspective? Does it have any dumb shit like Brawl's tripping? Hey, Jacob. Island. Happy failing of the math test. Hey, KJ. Hey, Pitch Black. Why is Shredder a Grovile and not a Sceptile? Because week has been a real hard time for Sonic. It's gonna get harder. It's just another more ammo to feed the vitriol. We haven't heard Ben Schwartz as Sonic, though. He could easily come off it. It's really easy for Ben Schwartz to perform Sonic in a way that's absolutely awful. Like, he could go the way of performing him like an actual person, like an actual character. Just like slightly modulating his normal voice. Or he could go the Roger Craig Smith route of, "Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog." If he does that, then it's over. It's over. For me, the Sonic movie really pisses me off, actually, because you just know it's gonna be something that adds more fuel to the fire. And, like, discussing Sonic in any, like, serious way is gonna become, like, even harder after this. Because this movie is just gonna make him even more of a joke. So having, like, any sort of, like, actual productive conversation about the series in, like, an ocean of vitriolic meme videos is just gonna be impossible. Like, actual conversation is gonna be made harder by this movie damaging his reputation even more. And it was already hard enough as it was, with people writing off anything you'd have to say the moment they saw that it was about, yeah, that your topic was about Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, not even once. I'll see you later. I would have much rather they actually put some effort into making an actual good story that's over the top and everything, or whatever, over just buddy cop movie, which is what Detective Pikachu is doing too. So that's also just eh. Like, is the default plotline for a cartoon adaptation live-action movie just buddy cop? Like, really? We're not gonna, like, consider, like, what the individual series are even about before we do that? At least Detective Pikachu is adapting, like, the Detective Pikachu thing, so it makes more sense there, but it's... what the hell is the Sonic movie doing? Detective Pikachu is gonna do well. I don't know about the Sonic movie, though. It hasn't had any marketing yet. I'm not thrilled about Detective Pikachu either. I don't really have any reason to believe that it won't be anything more than just by the books Hollywood, buddy cop, plus clip show of overly gritty 3D Pokemon models. Alright, that should be it for this background.
Complete.
I don't think the problem is that the Sonic redesign gives him too many humanoid features. The problem is that it doesn't go all the way with it. It doesn't go far enough with the humanoid features to where it just ends up like a freaky hybrid. I've seen some really cool designs that, like, turn him more into what you would think of when looking, like, at a, I don't know, thinking of an anthro furry or whatever. And accusations and memes about that notwithstanding, that would have been better if they just committed to that more, like, furry anthro design, rather than trying to be some kind of weird middle ground. Hi, Wallace. It's really, really stupid because if they really wanted a Sonic movie, they could have just let Blur make the movie for them. If Blur even does full productions like that, not just CG stuff here and there. Not just like one-off CG stuff or cutscenes for games. Because the Blur did the CG cutscenes in Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, and they did the cutscenes for Halo 2 Anniversary, and they've done a bunch of work in mainstream movies, and their work is incredible. A Sonic movie done by Blur would be amazing. Vi, chill. Alright, that's that one complete. I'll be so happy when I never have to draw this balcony again.
Complete.
Hello, Gilmore. That's that clip complete. Oh boy.
Complete.
Making good progress. Hi, 5-star. Oh, almost complete. Alright, now that one's complete. Just 3 left.
Complete.
That one's complete.
Complete.
RE2 injected in my jelly veins? Which one? This whole Arby's situation going on? Oh god, I saw that. Yeah. Shit, man. Oh fuck, that's a whole can of worms. I think the only problem with it is that their waifu literally looks like a child. If it looked like an adult, then that would have been fine. RE2 make? Awesome. Either the thing would have been fine if they didn't use the word waifu, or if their character actually looked like an adult. I could believe it if I could believe that they didn't intend to design it with a child in mind, but literally like over-the-top anime chibi. But the crosswords there, just the unfortunate implications is already there. So should have been wiser about that, about their design or their messaging.
Hello.
Hey, just in time.
I was literally talking to you on the chat on the stream when I could have been talking to you like this. Hey.
Did you walk your dog?
I did indeed.
Nice.
But yeah, like, I wanted to jump in right now and say that I'm like 100% with you on this Arby's thing. Obviously, I'm a bit detached from America, but I know all about what like the connotations of the word waifu mean, and how depicting a child and using the word waifu directly after that's kind of fucked up if you think about it for more than like a few minutes. With the way the internet works, like, you don't want to stoke that kind of fire. It's really fucking bad for your brand.
Yeah, but I think it's fucking really frustrating because, yeah, like, this kind of thing is stupidly nuanced in that they could have designed it in mind without even, like, having it in mind to be a child but an adult in chibi form. But that doesn't remove the connotations.
No, totally.
Or the takeaway people will have. So
It
I think
would have been...
it's kind of stupid to slam them directly as, like, promoting sexualization of a child. I think that's going too far, but it's pretty...
They're trying to do the woke brands thing, where they're like, aren't we cool and hip? They've just sort of thrown out a buzzword of waifu without really thinking about what it is or doing too much research into how its connotations affect the internet at a larger scale. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even give them that much credit. It's not even... It doesn't have anything to do with wokeness. It's just like, how do you do, fellow kids?
Nah, that's what I meant when I said like woke brands. It's a H Bomber Guy video. Like, I was sort of referencing that kind of idea.
Yeah, I watched it too.
Brands just like get your you know, they get into your sort of like good books by being like, hey, I'm you know, we're relatable and stuff, and it's, yeah, it backfires spectacularly. Also, hi Supersonic Girl 1, I didn't even say hi, and hi everyone else. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. I'm suffering with a little bit of a cold at the moment, so I might sound a little bit strange tonight, or maybe be sniffly, so I will keep my voice a little bit down as best I can.
Good luck with that. The cold.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey Corbin 22. I've never seen your face around here before.
Hi.
JK. Time to catch up on what's been going on the Discord.
Just Resident Evil 2 in general 5-star. Same here. I'm like knees deep in my RE2 make editing analysis.
Have you been having a lot of fun with RE2?
Yeah. Fun with the parts I love and fun criticizing the parts I don't.
Yeah, I figured that would be sort of the way it was going for you, man. Though I bet the modding community's made it a lot more manageable for you.
Oh, the modding community for RE2 Make is incredible. There's a mod coming out soon that gives Claire back her turtleneck shirt from the original, and I can't wait.
I kind of thought about getting it because I was never really one of them kids that had a copy of Resi 2 when I was young. So, like, would you recommend picking up an old copy for my PlayStation 1 or PlayStation whatever?
Of the original?
Yeah, would you recommend me trying the original out before I try the new one, or would it just be a bit too clunky for me nowadays, having like played a billion other games that play better?
No way, you can totally get used to the originals and everything. Once you learn how it works and how the controls like understand them, they're perfectly fluid.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it
a try
maybe sometime.
Search up the channel PMR Project. If you're PMR Project, they have a really good like couple of videos like Beginner's Guide to Resident Evil 1 and 2.
Kind of videos. I'm so glad people like. I found these kind of videos about like the Fire Emblem franchise and loads of other stuff that I kind of wanted to get into but only ever had a nebulous understanding of. Like, more people making these kinds of videos, please. They're really handy. Would you say PMR Project?
Yep.
Resident Evil. A soul still burns. That's Soul Calibur. Whoops.
Corbin's also been binging on another Capcom franchise in DMC5, which uses the same engine as RE2 Make, actually. I've heard people had similar complaints as the Resident Evil 2 fans as to the engine like changing the faces of characters.
I still live for DMC3 a lot of the time. I really would like to play more Devil May Cry games, I just haven't got around to it. Like, I'm one of them people that Steam hoards but doesn't play them, and I spent a lot of my like university years picking up games that I thought would be great and never touching them, and I wasted a lot of money that way. And now I'm poor, but the point I was making is I have like 2 free Devil May Cry games on my Steam list that I've yet to play. Like that DMC one where they made him all short-haired and stuff. I wanted to play that. But otherwise, I just replay Devil May Cry 3 over and over again for the PS2 because it's incredible. You guys wrecked my shop! I hope you have enough money to cover all of this!
I think the director of Devil May Cry is Hideki Kamiya, the director of Resident Evil 2. So
that is rude and explains a lot.
Resident Evil 2 is actually a really good...
by the way. Sorry, I should say.
RE2 is actually a really good jumping on point for the franchise, because it's actually, like, probably one of the easiest Resident Evil games, so very beginner-friendly.
I watched somebody playing some Silent Hill 2 as well, and I kind of want to try that at some point. I hear that's a really good and emotional game, and I like games that can make me cry, because I'm a sad girl, and that's what we do.
Only thing you need to watch out for with Resident Evil 2 is that it does throw you into the deep end right in the beginning. For the first screen, anyway. For the first section. After that, you'll have time to get accustomed with the controls.
The only Resi games I've like really got some severe familiarity with is the first one because I've seen so many memes about it. The third one because stars and all that. And then the fourth one because I actually had that for PlayStation 2. So Resi 2 is about the only one that I haven't seen too much of with regards to actually like, you know, how it plays and whatnot. Like, I know it's like the original ones and not, you know, Resi 4 and 5. Punch a boulder! Or was that Resi 6 where the punching a boulder happened? I don't know.
No, that was Resi 5. You were good.
Yay. No joke, the first few games I got when I obtained a new PC were all Silent Hill games, says 5-star Jellyfish. That's not a bad shout. Like, I hear so much good about them games, and I'm not really one for psychological horrors like that, but I hear some incredible things about them to the point where I like want to try them. I'm all up for games that are gonna change my perception of shit and whatnot. Like, my two favorite games of all time, Undertale and Deus Ex, because they had like profound effects on me. So maybe Silent Hill will be one of them. I hear more good things about Silent Hill 2 though, because I've like heard the story is just boss, like really good, and never watched the movies or anything like that. Had that spoiled for me with Sean Bean. I'm Sean Bean. Hello, it's me, Sean Bean, from Game of Thrones fame. Would anyone have a question for me, Sean Bean? My cold voice allows me... Oh god, I can't do it.
Corbin, are you calling Resident Evil 4 a failed Resident Evil title?
Wait, what? That's dumb.
I think he's talking about one of the scrapped version of RE4 that Devil May Cry came from.
Oh, he said Capcom wanted to make an RE title, but they turned it into DMC1 eventually. And also, I actually got my copy of DMC1. Like, fun fact, everyone shits on DMC2 for a lot of very valid reasons, but it was my first Devil May Cry game, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, but it's not great. And then I tried out the third one, and it was the best. And then I went and got the first one. I had a demo of the first one for a long time on like a demo disc that you used to get in the PlayStation 2 magazines. But I could have been the one to fill your dark soul with light, etc.
Good job. It was a really good dub.
I don't have the cadence that he does. He gets his voice going and he's got reverb effects. Similarly bad voice acting that always cracks me up is, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!" It was not by my hand. DMC has some sick Easter eggs up and down the series. A lot of times. It's brilliant. Also, I always live for that scene in DMC3 where the chick rides the motorcycle up a building. Like, wow. Marry me. Marry me if Dante doesn't marry me first.
5-star. I think Resident Evil 2 would have been one of my would have breached the top 3 for me as well if the game was way more challenging. For me, it's just like RE2 is like so ridiculously easy for me. Resident Evil, the original. I always end off the game with like a full spare 100% SMG mag, like over 60 Magnum bullets and over 60 shotgun shells, plus the full like two round rocket launcher.
I've played more than 3, Corbin. I played 1, 2, and 3, and I had 4 as well, but I never played it to completion. The only ones that I haven't played is the DMC5 and DMC, the one where they took his hair away and made him cuter in a different way. But like back at the time, I remember everyone else was like super into God of War when I first picked up my copy of DMC3, and I was like, oh man, Dante, you are the coolest. Looks like it's gonna be one hell of a party.
Easier to take down than they were in RE1? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they flinch more often, and in Resident Evil 1, you don't push the zombies back whenever you get done biting, so it's really easy to get stun-locked into like an infinite hit loop with multiple zombies in RE1. So you'll just die.
I've actually seen like a speedrunning fail video of, you might know him if you watched speedrun stuff, Arcadian Skies. Like, he's a very angry English fella, and he's like gets stun locked on the stairs, and he's like, I can't fucking believe I've been stun locked on the stairs. It's just
I've never seen that.
I don't like to laugh at other people's misfortune, but speedrunners, well, not speedrunners, but like when speedruns go wrong, there's like a brilliant schadenfreude that you can have from that if everyone laughs with them rather than at them. Like, Wesker's supposed to be this huge, important character, and I still don't really know who he is other than a guy in a coat. So I'll learn one day.
You know what? Even better starting point than our Resident Evil 2 would be the actual beginning of like the series story would be Resident Evil 1 Remake, which is on Steam, and it's really good.
Hey. I actually played a copy of Resident Evil 1, now that I think about it, but it was the worst copy of Resident Evil 1 that has ever been released.
What copy was it?
Nintendo DS, my friend.
That copy was actually great.
Oh no, man. It was awful for me. I just could not play it. It was so bad. Hang on, maybe I'm thinking of a different Resi game for the DS. There was one that was pants.
The one I'm thinking of is Deadly Silence, which is basically just the DS port of Resi 1.
Yeah, I couldn't stick it, man. I couldn't stick it whatsoever. Fair play to you, though, for enjoying it. But then again, you like Resi stuff, sort of like...
What problems did you have with it?
It's so long ago that I can't remember. I just remember being very, very frustrated immediately by how the thing controlled and how everything was set up.
Well, yeah, you're controlling with the D-pad on a DS.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think it was more of a problem with it wasn't a game that I wanted to play on the Nintendo DS, if you get what I'm saying. Like, in the same way that I really like Metroid Prime Hunters, right? Absolutely sick game for the DS. Really, really cool. I really couldn't get into it after like playing the main story and then going on. Well, I played a bit of the main story, but like it was an excellent usage of like first-person shooter on a DS, and it deserves to be praised for how good of a first-person shooter it was on a DS. Like one of the first really good. But it still wasn't my cup of tea because I think first-person shooters on the DS just aren't super fun. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, like. I want my mouse and keyboard, or even just an analog stick at that point. I'm too used to pointing at things and then pulling a trigger with the like right bumper.
Hey, Jackie.
Hello. By the way, I really like that you changed the names of the Manifest Heart episodes. I went to watch them again recently, and I saw it, and I was like, that's cute.
Oh yeah, it was fun titling them like that.
Shout outs to Into the Hazy Future Together, still probably my favourite episode. My name is Albert Wesker. That's not how he sounds at all, is it?
You were close.
That was like an approximation based on every sort of impression I've ever heard.
It's a bit deeper than that.
I'm the #1 Boglin boy. The Umbrella Corporation. Oh, I'm starting to sound like that guy from House of the Dead now. Everybody in the chat say ho. Been a while.
That's that background complete. I just need to do one more thing on this clip.
I've still not quite got over the Scottish Pokemon trainer that everyone's talking about. I'm seeing so many memes about it that it's cracking me up. Hey Rube, what did you say the name of that company was earlier on that did the animations that you suggested should do the Sonic movie?
Blur Studios.
That's the bugger, yeah. You reminded me of them. And I think later on I'm going on a YouTube binge. I'm a big sucker for like video game cutscenes.
Yeah.
I remember back in the sort of like early mid 2000s, the only thing that a video game company needed to do to get me to play their MMORPG was make a like really, really flashy cinematic that showed a lot of really cool ladies that I could be. That was all you needed to do to sell me. And then you'd buy the game and it would be really bad. But the cinematic was great. Also, happy Mario Day, everyone. I forgot to say that.
Is there anything special going down on Mario Day?
No, it's just March 10th, and if you write Mar 10, it's Mario.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's been... Well, to be fair, actually, I think there's actually some sales on the Switch, which is kind of funny. In honor of Mario Day, March 10th.
That reminds me that I turned 23 in 4 days.
Let's go! Congratulations, Ruby! Yahoo!
I would have hoped I would have been moved out by now.
How old did you say you were, dude?
23.
Okay, well, if it's a consolation for you, bud, I'm 27 and I only got out this year. So, well, I only got out last year when I was 26. Like, it's expensive to move out nowadays. Like, don't beat yourself up. Not that you do anyway. You're a cool guy doing animation. 24 though, man. You got any plans?
Is McDonald's hiring?
That's not what I meant. I meant, like, got any plans for your 24th birthday?
I didn't say... I said 23.
20... Oh, sorry, I'm going mad.
24, oh no.
I'm adding numbers where there aren't. Why is dark themes a meme lately?
Because they're just infinitely superior.
I mean, they are, but like, it come out of nowhere. Like I logged on today and everyone's like, dark themes, and I'm like, well, everything I use has a dark theme anyway. Do people not already?
I would pay the creator of Paint Tool Sai $3,000 to add a dark theme to Paint Tool Sai for the sake of my eyes.
Like, even the like spriting software I use, A-Sprite, has a dark mode. Like, it's brilliant. Like, come to think of it, why is my Chrome not a dark theme? Brilliant. Thank you for reminding me. now my whole screen is black, as it should be.
You're the
And
one
I
who brought
can't
it up. I didn't do anything.
I can't see anything. Well, thank you for being the catalyst that... I don't know. I'm talking absolute garbage right now. I'm not very well. I'm here for the art and the banter.
Well, we're rich in both of those, but you know what we're not rich in? Food.
What's that?
Because I'm really hungry.
Man.
Again.
Get some grub.
I'm hungry because I didn't eat enough for breakfast this morning because my appetite was killed.
Damn, man. Did you say that was because of your meds? Because I, like...
Yep.
Can pretty hardcore relate to that. My stuff, I like can't eat anything in the morning, and it normally takes me like getting to the middle of the day and feeling actual hunger pains for me to be like, hey, whoa, you should eat. Bad. Gonna work on that.
Yeah. I think I have the most trouble eating salty, spicy stuff and meats in the morning, which I usually love.
Yeah, meats in the morning's like proper fry-up, isn't it? Like, everyone loves that. Apart from me, who's a vegetarian, but I eat fake meat, so I do understand 100% where you're coming from. Is your country really good for like artificial meat or replacement stuff like that? Oh yeah, like I think I mean I said this to a few people over the years, but like I think if I'd have been a vegetarian 10 years earlier, I couldn't do it. But when I was a veggie, well, when I first said I was a veggie, like you could go down to any sort of like supermarket that was branded and just get veggie stuff out of the freezer, out of the fridge section. You know, you could get dried veggie stuff that sort of you re-moisture and whatnot. Like there's corn products, which is like mycoprotein, which is like a fungus that they grow in a vat, but it's all super duper brilliantly regulated and tastes just like what you'd expect it to taste like. So I've been happy as a veggie for years because of that stuff. Like, I'm not an eating salad veggie, I'm like an eating pizza veggie.
I like salad as long as it's loaded up with shit that would defeat the purpose of eating a salad.
What, like just loads of dressing?
Dressing, bacon, cheese.
Well, I mean, I'm with you there on the bacon. Like, them, like, bacon bits, like, most of the ones that they sell over here, like, they're completely veggie-friendly. It's all flavoring. So, like, I would just have, like, a bowl of salad with bacon bits in it everywhere. I could eat a lettuce like a rabbit. Sorry, Score Bunny or whatever it's called. Ruby, did I actually get your opinion on what your favourite starter was from the new one?
It really depends on the final evolution, but at the moment it's Score Bunny.
That was your answer, wasn't it? Score Bunny's good. I still really like Sobble, but if they blow the final evolution, then I might switch to the plant one because I just default to the plant one most of the time.
Oh, we got a few more to do. A few more backgrounds. But that one that we were just working on is complete.
Nicely done, bud.
I feel like Sobble's gonna surprise me. I'm not crazy about its first evolution or its personality right now, but I feel like its final evolution's gonna surprise me.
Most likely, man. I I'm going to go into it with an open mind, which is what I say about everything that disappoints me nowadays. But yeah, I'm Team Sobble until proven otherwise. I forgot to like the stream. I always do that when I join.
So far, the only thing that I am team is team don't remove shit from Let's Go. That was actually good.
Amen, brother.
As long as they don't do that, we're good.
I mean, they could do a lot worse in terms of things to try and import. Like, could you imagine if they tried to cram in, like, the underground section from Diamond and Pearl just for the sake of it?
As long as it was optional, I wouldn't have an issue with that.
I wouldn't have an issue with it either as long as it was optional, but it wouldn't really fit in or be fun, if you ask me. Like,
Depends on how big the mining industry in the UK is nowadays.
well, funny story about that. That's why the gays have rights, because of miners in the UK. Well, not quite, but we used to have a lot of mining towns in the UK, especially in Wales, and Margaret Thatcher, who's basically just like a old dead witch that we don't talk about anymore, put loads of places out of business. So I think they could do that, but it would have to be like a rundown town, and they would have to do it tastefully. So I don't know. Let's not get talking about British politics, because I'll go on forever and nobody understands. We're stood here today at the Houses of Parliament to discuss what the future of Britain is.
Oh, like your House of Parliament is that calm? I've seen like the things that go down there.
They're nasty. Like, Tories are just evil. Like, a Labour sort of like minister will stand up and be like, I think it's really bad that children are dying in the street, and a Tory from across the road will go, idiot! Idiot! Oh, you poor people! Oh, like, it's just unbelievable. Should I ever feel the need to Brexit this country? I don't really know what country I'd want to go to. Fair. Think about it sometimes, though.
I mean, as long as long as the NHS stays like untouched, then yeah.
That's the main worry at the moment, because it's being like sold off to American firms and stuff, like, and it's looking more and more like they're trying to privatize it, which would.
Oh, that's really, such a great idea. If only a country did that, so we could see how it worked.
Exactly. Basically, the UK has looked at America and gone, hey, look at how much money they're getting from all of that, like, really bad ethics. And, you know, I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, you lot have been dealing with it for years, but it's a bit of a perpetual panic in the UK at the moment. Because if it all goes tits up, I don't get my hormones anymore. Uh-oh. Let us never speak of this again.
You know what's really weird? I can recall like what I was listening, what videos I was watching on certain clips, like it's imprinted every time I go back to it. And what I was what videos I was watching while I was making this clip was actually a bunch of Lindsay Ellis videos.
I am unfamiliar. Who's this?
You don't know who Lindsay Ellis is?
No, I'm gonna have a quick.
Oh shit!
Through.
I would have thought you'd be like all over her.
Lindsay Ellis.
I think I was specifically watching her Phantom of the Opera video while making this.
Oh, I know this chick. I just haven't watched a tremendous amount of her videos. Like, I've seen her stuff turn up and watched a few, but like, I haven't, you know, watched tons. She seems cool though. Wow, 500,000 subscribers. I never should have quit the YouTube game, Ruby. I could have made so much money. Hey, TetraFan1000, welcome.
Hi.
I don't know why I went all southern there. I apologise for that awful approximation. Ruby. Question.
Shoot.
If I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and you got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, would you play it on stream with me?
That's honestly not something I'm really interested in playing.
Oh, not a fighting game person?
I'd like to be, but not... Yeah.
You know what? I think we spoke about this before because of your love of Soul Calibur music.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's familiar now. I'm more just projecting about how much I want Smash Ultimate.
I got like a big like list of games that I want to stream and a bunch of things on my plate. So I gotta be careful about where I invest that time.
That is a fair point. You have a schedule. Oof. Getting hungry now.
What you got in your fridge in the way of eats?
I got pizza, mac and cheese.
I have pizza too in my fridge, actually, though it has meat on it.
Lovely. I got just a stuffed cheese, but I don't know. I've got like sausages and whatnot in the freezer, so might do myself omelette or something. Who knows? Either way, I am almost certain that in the next 10 minutes I will be vacating the stream to get some food because it is becoming evident that I can't. Like, the microphone will start picking up my stomach growling soon.
Well, we're gonna be done soon anyway, so.
Ah, yes. Every time I read the words Ooga Booga, I can't help but think of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That show scared me when I was a kid.
I watched it when I was a kid too, and it terrified me also. So I'm glad that it wasn't just me. I think it scared a lot of kids. There were like some really weird episodes, but then there was some really like good positive episodes. Like I didn't really realize it when I was a kid, but there's like an episode where, what is it? There's like a cat lady and a bunny lady, and the bunny lady is in an abusive relationship with like a fox, and then the cat. And
But
the
I think it
bunny
was it was like a dog.
Yeah, and then they run off to like they run off on a train together, and it's really sweet. Like these two ladies just running away from abusive. It's just like, oh. But then there are some episodes where it's like, wow, thanks Cartoon Network. I can't sleep for 4 years now because I'm thinking about like that Fly episode. Oh man, I don't want to think about Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh Jesus.
It was really bad for me because I was the type of kid who got scared by the SpongeBob episode Night Shift.
Oh man, yeah. You know what? I watched that one when I was a little bit older, but I can really see that if I'd have seen that when I was a little bit younger, I would have been pretty fucked up by it. I mean, SpongeBob in general had a real adult way with a lot of its sort of like humor. I say adult, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it knew how to tell jokes that you wouldn't get until you were like a few years older. I'm confused. I'm confusing myself. I'm so ill, honestly. I wanted to come and say hello. Don't you mean graveyard shift? Says 5-star Jelly.
Night shift? Well, yeah, graveyard shift, night shift. It probably just thought it was night shift because SpongeBob is like all working at night.
You don't want to mess with Ruby. He'll go 5-star jellyfishing.
I will show you my nets. They're so big.
It's a rock! The pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, Professor Oak, have you got a Pokemon, pal? I was fancying getting on a Pokemon adventure, is all. Perhaps a grass type.
I wonder how the new professor is going to rate on a scale of dad.
I mean, I think if they don't make him look like some kind of history professor, they'll be doing it wrong, but we'll see. Well, actually, you know what? It could be another girl professor. I'd be really, really up for that.
Yeah, they could throw us another curveball with Professor Juniper.
Yeah, I love Professor Juniper. Juniper. I love the name Juniper. I almost considered that name for a long time, but Violet is the only plant for me. I'm trying to think what like English trees. No, I don't know. I'm out of ideas immediately. I just hope that they make a cute professor. Either way, who is a good friend to all. Oh, Nosferatu.
I literally ran out of the room screaming when that happened.
What, when Nosferatu turned up?
Yeah, haha.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying, man. I've actually seen that original movie. It's story behind that film's pretty strange. But I remember watching it and thinking, oh my god, that's the guy from fucking SpongeBob. What? Ruby, them palm trees give, like, every time I see trees like that, I just think, like, Angel Island Zone 1. That the theme of Angel Island gets stuck in my head immediately. What was actually the name of the guy that they were scared of? The hash slinging.
The hash slinging slasher.
That's it. It's big, scary, and pink. Man, I really have some fond memories of watching SpongeBob as a kid now that I bring it up. Like,
oh, yeah.
Other than some really bad episodes, like, man, that show knew how to entertain children. Fairly Odd Parents hasn't aged as well for me because I grew up and realized Butch Hartman was a complete nutcase.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about it, an episode that also unnerved me of SpongeBob was when he went to that, I can't understand what you're saying. You know that one?
Yeah, I remember that one. I don't think that one scared me as much, though.
It wasn't scary so much as I remember watching it as a kid and thinking, wow, that's pretty fucked up. Like, if that happened to me and I was in a place where I couldn't understand anyone and I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then when SpongeBob got sad at the end of the episode, I was like, wow, I'm sad for you, Sponge. Me, a 27-year-old woman, talks about my feelings of SpongeBob. Welcome to the Ruby of Therapy stream. Ah. Hello?
What?
I disappeared into the nether for a second. I was browsing Discord and I clicked onto a different Discord and joined a random channel and was like, who the I was like, you're not Ruby?
Wow.
Also, shout out to the episode where the jellyfish have a party.
Oh my god.
That song always gets me pumped. I actually suggest you put that in your rotation of music for the stream.
Probably get content ID'd by Viacom.
You reckon? Like, have you seen how much SpongeBob music is uploaded on YouTube?
Viacom is really predatory about that shit.
Yeah, that is fair. I've had Viacom. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think this channel only has one strike on it. The one that I'm currently logged in as. And that strike came from about, 12 years ago now, when I made like a South Park video with Linkin Park in it. And it got took down by whom? Viacom. Evil bastards. I think we've excited 5-star by talking about the jellyfish episode. It's nice to know that even after all this time of knowing you through like the osmosis of the stream 5-star, I've learned approximately sort of like 2 things about you. 1, you are 5 stars. 2, you are a jellyfish and are interested in all things jellyfish before anything else. And I that's not your only defining characteristic, but it's a laugh, and I appreciate that.
Do you hate
Jellyfish
Mr.
are
Krabs,
my friend.
5-star?
Mr. Krabs is unfair. Krusty Krabs. No, I got it wrong.
Because of that one episode where he enslaved a bunch of jellyfish.
Oh my god, he did. Jellyfish jam. No, jellyfish jelly, of course. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Crab? Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Also, another honourable mention shout out, and I promise I'll stop talking about SpongeBob, but we got all nostalgic about it now, or at the very least I have. I love the episode where Sandy sings a country song about missing Texas.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna go home, oh, oh, oh. I wanna go home. That's actually a really, really funny question. Ruby, we're always asked what our favourite Pokemon are. What's your favourite SpongeBob character? If you had to pick.
I don't know. I've never given any thought to that.
I'm going to ask 5-star jellyfish. 5-star jellyfish, who's your favourite SpongeBob character? And then I'll say mine. How's the backgrounds looking, Ruth? This has been a particularly sort of like chillaxing stream.
It's complete.
Hell yeah.
Complete. That's the last background I needed to do, I think, if I didn't miss anything. So that means all backgrounds in this episode are now prepped for painting.
Congrats.
Which means the next process up in the line is the in-betweens, which are a big one in and of itself. So I'll start that on Monday, but I don't know if I'll actually stream on Monday. For now, I'll bid thee farewell. Until then.
Didn't somebody say they had fan art, or are you not bothered?
Yeah, they did, but I couldn't find it.
Oh yeah, they didn't send it, or it couldn't come up on Twitter. No worries. Either way, thanks for the stream, and bye everybody. Have a good night, yo.
Peace out.